Fred Jones here. We are here at the Fritz Pollard Alliance Salute to Excellence Johnny Cochran Awards. It's going to salute some of the NFL executives and coaches who are playing in the playoffs. So there's going to be a lot of old gentlemen here that played in the NFL, some new stars, some old stars. I was invited by my friend John Wood. You know I'm from Cleveland. So I remember John Wooten, everybody talking about number 60, John Wooten leading the great Cleveland Browns, Jim Brown around the left end, right end. But I have with me one of our premier sports announcers here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Mr. Newey Scruggs. Newey, I understand you're the master of ceremonies. How's your world been treating you? And welcome to Esther Davis Television Decision 300.
Well, first off, thank you very much for having me. I worked up in Cleveland, and so to...
No.
Yes, I did. I was actually there the last 2 years before the Browns left. Art Modell took them to Baltimore. First game I ever covered there was a playoff game, and which was Bill Parcells, who was coaching New England against Bill Belichick, and
Right.
Vinny Testaverde quarterbacked the Browns to a win that day. So and I actually saw the team leave, and when they left, I left Cleveland too. You don't want to be in Cleveland on football. So you're just not there at all. But to be here, part of the Fritz Pollard Awards, John Wooten has been such a great mentor to me, and he asked me to do this, and I immediately jumped on it and said yes, to be a part of not just this event, but an NFL-sanctioned event.
Right.
That the NFL is behind us. And we're going to have Mr. Rooney come here, Ambassador Rooney is going to come here and speak. We're going to have Commissioner Goodell come here and speak. To have the great Hall of Famer Harry Carson here, and to see what they're doing, especially with it being Black History Month. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. Now, Newey, for our fans and our viewers that are out there that aren't familiar with Fritz Pollard, tell them who Fritz Pollard was. I know, because we're going back into the days when they wore leather helmets and they played seriously in the mud and in the rain and in all the dirt.
Played the first role, his first black player to play in the Rose Bowl back in 1916.
Yes.
First black player to win the championship, and really the first black coach is one reason why he's honored here today. Because the Fritz Pollard Alliance, one of the things we're trying to do is help get more minority coaches opportunities to coach. Bill Walsh was one of those who helped start the minority internship program.
Oh, really?
And then you've got John Wooten, who I mean, really today, if you are a young minority coach and you don't know John Wooten, you're doing it all wrong, because they're helping get other people in front of NFL executives. I mean, you have the NFL saying, hey, look, bring us your best and brightest, and the Fritz Pollard Alliance is helping do that, and we honor Fritz Pollard, our first black head coach.
And John Wooten
Hall of Fame
was one of the first black executives in the National Football League. So not only was he leading Jim Brown back in those heydays of our glorious teams, but he's also been leading up the cause and the fight to get more black executives and coaches involved. Because as you and I were talking, it's very, very critical and important that we start working with our youngsters now, because they just play football. They don't understand the story and history behind it.
Well, I tell you, I'm envious today, because I wish the Fritz Pollard Alliance program was around, because I had a dream. I would have loved to have been an NFL executive. I look at Ozzie Newsome, and Ozzie's one of the guys I look to and I say, gosh, I wish I could do that. And I was fortunate to be around Ozzie during the years he was in Cleveland, but I think he's the best general manager in the game today. But now they're helping not just helping minority coaches, but they're helping executives out as well. So this program is dynamic.
It's immensely, it is important. And we are here in Dallas, Texas, home. Well, let me get right, because Arlington has been saying Arlington will be hosting the Super Bowl, but Dallas is part of it. Fort Worth, the Metroplex, the whole great big state of Texas. I'm here with my buddy Newey, who I just had a chance to see him for the second time, and I hope that will be a third time after this. I wanted to say thank you again for talking with me.
Thanks for what you do.
Well, no. I'm just out here just trying to make it happen.
You're delivering the message, and that's important.
That's important. I appreciate that. Newey, listen to it. It's 105.3.
It's 105.3 The Fan.
105.3 The Fan. I listen to you. I try and catch you, especially when the Cowboys are playing, because I like to hear your objective remarks. Because, see, ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm not a Cowboy fan. You all know that. Yeah, I get a lot of hate for it, but that's the way. Somebody's got to be opposition.
It's okay. There's still those who love America's team, and I'm one of them.
Oh, well, go for it. Appreciate you again, my brother.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, Fred Jones here. Fritz Pollard, Johnny Cochran Salute to Award. Esther Davis, Decision 300, signing off for now. Fred Jones here with the man who is behind the Fritz Pollard Alliance, Mr. John Wooten. He is also responsible for Jim Brown, getting him all those yards during the great heydays of the Cleveland Browns. So you know that I'm going to talk this man up, because you know I'm from Cleveland. He's also responsible for helping lead the charge for NFL executives into the National Football League, and he's also one of the first black executives with the Dallas Cowboys. I am extremely honored to have the former number 60, the great John Wooten.
Fred, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
I don't know if I should. Kept looking around who you were talking about. I'm glad you called my name.
Well, and I was just talking with Louie. We were just talking about that. The sad part is that you are going so far under the radar, and I know that you've always been okay with that, because being a guard, you have to be able to sail under the radar because you don't get any of the credit. But it's time that I want the audience, my audience, to get a good view of you and to understand who you are, and share with us what your playing days with Jim Brown, your NFL executive days, and what you're doing with yourself now, besides looking great.
Well, the thing that is so meaningful to us now that we're working on is the Fritz Pollard Alliance movement as it relates to the upward movement of minorities in the National Football League, not only on the playing field, not only in the coaching, but in the front office. That has just been a godsend. We have great pride over the fact that of the 3 jobs that were out here, 5 jobs this year in the hiring cycle, 3 of them went to minority head coaches.
Yes.
And that is very meaningful to us, and it's what we're about.
As you can see, folks, he's got the thing in the ear for a reason, because in a second he's going to be on the front podium leading this whole kit and caboodle. So we're just rolling on through it because I know he's going to be busy, but I want to get into you. So tell me real quick about Jim Brown and about what you're doing now, and then I know you got to get going.
Well, there's no question Jim was the best of all time. I mean, we don't even start to go any other way that in terms of modern day football, we love him, but there's no comparison when you talk about Jim Brown. So he was a great player, great leader, great activist. As you know, he's heading up the America I Can programs, working with at-risk youth and trying to prevent them, stay in school, and working with them after they come out of prison. So that falls immediately into what he's about. He has that ability to go into the bowels of the beast, so to speak, and try to bring out people and so forth. So we're just thrilled with what's going on, but we're thrilled with the relationship that we have with the National Football League in terms of increasing and moving in diversity. And a lot of the people that you'll see here tonight in the front office in the NFL are a product of those ventures.
And for everybody, real quick, as I'm closing out, particularly you young guys that are out there, and your moms and your fathers that are pushing your sons into football, this man not only played the game great, but he was a thinking man, and that's why he's able to do what he's doing now, still looking fabulous at the age that he is, still getting around, still creating, still being a difference maker. And I just want to personally thank you for allowing me to come to be in your presence once again.
Fred, we appreciate you. You old Cleveland boy. You know we're going to take care of you.
Thank
All right,
you very
thank
much.
you. Thank
All
you
right,
much.
take care.
All right.
The USO provides every American a way to support our wounded warriors and their families. Visit USO.org to learn how you can make a difference in their lives. The USO, until everyone comes home.
Back at you with Billy Joe Dupree. Now, you know how I feel about the Cowboys, but I did have a few Cowboys that I didn't mind watching play. Billy Joe, I didn't mind Tony Dorsett, I didn't mind Roger Staubach, and there are a few others. Fortunately, you're on my list, I didn't mind, so I'm going to have to make it my business to talk with you.
Well, you trying to tell me you're a Cowboy fan?
I was selective Cowboy fan. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful.
You look great.
Thank you. Just trying to maintain and make sure we stay out of harm's way and out of trouble. Had a wife of 40 years and make sure that doesn't happen. That I do stay out of trouble. Did you know who you were? And so I've been pretty proud.
How long did you play?
I played 11 seasons in the NFL. Started in '73 and I retired in March of '84.
You remember that? Now that's ironic. Now I graduated high school in '74, but I got married my first time in '84. I guess there was a unique link between the
I was
Cleveland
getting
guy.
out of something, you was getting into something. That's what it was, huh? That's a good thing. That worked out great.
So tell us, what have you been doing since your playing days, and what are you looking forward to doing? I was talking to Brother John Root, and he told me that we have to talk about your book. So we definitely got to get that done.
Right, well, I'll give you just a brief sketch. Because I've done quite a few things after I retired. Before I retired, we started a construction company. That's one of the reasons I did retire, because I was up and running. And I spent some time doing a little business consulting. Spent some time working for the city of Dallas. I needed some place to hang out. Watch my kids. So I worked for the city of Dallas. Up until about 16, 17 years. And we went in as executive manager for the office of the business. Today, I would consider semi-retired in a sense. But one of the things that has come about recently here is the fact that it's been brought to the attention of how much discomfort in a sense and neglect there has been for former players.
Yes.
And as former players, particularly prior to 1993. Well, we decided to, after going through this bargaining agreement, CBA agreement in '82, we looked up and saw that the bargaining agreement is coming up now really mirrors that's similarities to that what it is. So, decided to put this book together to hopefully bring some shit from light on the relationship between the players, former players, and the union, which is not and been a mixed service from the standpoint of the union. So we put the book together. It's called The Unbroken Line, and it's basically a storyline of some of the things that occurred. And the NFL collective bargaining agreement and strike in '82.
Remember that
And the significance of this whole process is the fact that the union hadn't settled that strike yet. And we're only talking two at this point. And that was 82, which was walked out, right? And 87 was locked. So from that standpoint, even in '87, it makes somebody else outside of the money. They can help negotiate or negotiate the players coming back.
So let me ask you this. So is the book to not so much to criticize, but to bring out points of weakness with the union as opposed to or their bargaining ability, or what direction is this book
a little bit of both. Basically tries to highlight some of the inefficiencies of the union. We do that by way of stories and incidents that occurred during '82, and then follow it up with what is happening today. We got guys who are seriously have some serious disabilities. We can't get any service from the union. You would think that guys who played for $1.95 and help build this organization for guys to get seven figures, they would take some consideration. And those are the guys that don't hope that this influences and look down as well as we think of set aside portion of funds to help support.
Well, let me ask you this. So where and how can the book be published? I mean, not published, but purchased.
Okay, well, the book it's been out since July, or June rather, of last year. It can be acquired through Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And both of those, Barnes & Noble may have it on the shelves, but Amazon, all that is online.
And the name of the book, once again, is?
The name of the book is The Unbroken Line.
Unbroken Line, because for all you football fans out there, March is going to be a very, very critical and crucial month for the National Football League and its players, and for us as fans. Billy Joe Dupree's book is going to help to shed a little light on the history of the union and the relationship with the players. Read it, because they always say you hide things in the book, and and you never know the truth. But Billy Joe is going to address that. And again, I am not going to hold it against him because he played for the Cowboys. I'm just going to look at him as a man that was confused and took the star as opposed to the plain old brown helmet.
So he's going to take it anyway because he made money. That's a good thing, too.
I appreciate that. All right, thank you. Fred Jones, Billy Joe Dupree, Decision 300, Ester Davis Television. Fred Jones, Decision 300, Ester Davis Television, here at the Fritz Pollard Alliance and the Johnny Cochran Salute to Excellence Award. We've got NFL coaches, NFL executives. We've got just a multitude of people from the National Football League, former players, retired players, and I managed to get Brother Thomas. Ricky Thomas?
Yes, that's correct.
Ricky Thomas. Now, he's an assistant coach, one of the unsung heroes for the
Go ahead and say it.
the coach for the ponies. For the coach. I said, I keep bringing on. I gotta find me a Cleveland. I bought John Wooten, but I can't find him more Cleveland Browns. I gotta go search, give me some homies. But he's gonna do just great, and I'm just glad to have you on the show with me, brother. So tell me, what's going on? Welcome to Dallas.
Yeah, we're pleased to be here in Dallas. This is a tremendous event, and we're just glad that we have the opportunity to take part.
Now you're here accepting an award for your head coach. Why are you here? Why did he select you out of all the other coaches that he could have selected?
Well, that's a good question to which I don't have an answer, but I'm glad that he asked me to be here on his behalf, and we're something humbled by him asking me. We're glad to be here.
Now we're honoring head coaches that were part of the playoff series, and the Colts, as much as I hate it, when I'm teaching my classes and I teach professional development, one of the things that I advocate with my students is consistency. And the Colts are consistent. And so tell me a little bit about your collegiate background. Did you play in the NFL? Give me a little history so our audience will know who you are, besides why the tight ends are so good. Dwight Clark.
Yeah, Dallas Clark.
Dallas Clark, one of the best. You get a chance to coach one of the best in the NFL. Give us a little bit of history about yourself.
Just a little bit of history about myself. I graduated from the University of Alabama. I accepted a football scholarship there under Coach Bear Bryant. Ended up playing for Ray Perkins. Had the opportunity to get a tremendous education there and play in one of the premier collegiate programs. And from there, I had the opportunity to get into coaching. I didn't play professionally, so my playing career ended, and I got an opportunity to pursue my career in coaching. In terms of just talking about league play, I had the opportunity to get with Coach Tony Dungy with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in '97, and spent 5 years there, and made the trek up to Indy with him, and now we're entering our 10th year with Indianapolis. So it's been tremendous. And so in between there, I've had the opportunity to coach high school ball, and middle school, and junior college, small college, whatever, like most coaches. And we're looking forward to some point in time to be able to become a coordinator at this level or a head coach at some level.
You got it first right here on Decision 300. The next head coach, probably the next 2 or 3 years, he will be questioned, he will be asked, he will be interviewed because he's been on our television show, and we always bring good fortune to people. You're going to be interviewed. Take it from me. So what position did you play?
I played strong safety in college. So a lot of people always give me a hard time. Well, how did you make that transition to coach the guys that you used to hit and beat up on in terms of the tight ends? And one of the key things to learn in getting in coaching right here is you have to be able to receive instruction and be able to give good instruction that way. And I've had the opportunity to work on the offensive side of the ball, so and working with good people always makes you good.
We know something, Brother Thomas. We would have gotten along because I played corner.
Okay.
So, you know, he would have been back there. See, I like to play bump and run. I like to check my man. So they gave me the assignment to check the best receiver. You would you got a loop interception. So I just gave you the whole field.
That would be great, man. That would be great.
So, real quick, what do you think about Dallas? This is not the first time in Dallas, is it?
No, it's not.
So what do you think? How's the weather?
Well, obviously, we see that we got ice and snow, things of that nature right here. And but that's not the primary focus. This is a tremendous event that we have here tonight. First Pollard Alliance right here, honoring some of the people who've done a quality job in the front office as well as coaching. And obviously the big game that's going to take place here on Sunday. So that's the primary focus right here. And we just want to honor individuals who've not only achieved some level of success in terms of what they do, but also honor individuals who reach back and are trying to give back to the communities from which they've come.
And no matter what I say about the ponies, the cowgirls, or whatever, there's a bottom line, and that there are people in the National Football League like Coach Thomas who make the league what it is and the way that it is, and keep fans like me happy, keep the Colts winning. I'm glad that you're in my presence. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure as well right here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Fred Jones, Decision 300 at the Fritz Pollard Johnny Cochran Award Ceremony honoring NFL executives, the whole kit and caboodle, retired players, Coach Thomas from you know where, but he's my boy now. Holla.
Appreciate you, bro. No doubt, man.
The USO provides every American a way to support our wounded warriors and their families. Visit USO.org to learn how you can make a difference in their lives. The USO, until everyone comes home.
Top of the day to you. I bet you have no idea where we are today. Last time we were at Real Men Cook. Well, we're back with Real Men Cook, but we also with Cheryl Smith, and don't believe the hype. I'm Esther Davis, and welcome to the Esther Davis Show. We got an awful lot of entertainment, a lot of great people for you to talk to, and I'm going to kick this whole thing off with the effervescent, wonderful, incredible Mr. Terry Allen, and he's going to introduce our guest host. How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing great. Aren't you glad to be here? I want to say a shout out to Cheryl Smith and all her celebrities and all the money she raises for all the journalists. Being a journalist myself, I'm glad that someone's helping kids go into the industry and with scholarship.
Well, I'm going to turn the mic over to you because I've got to run down here and catch one of these other celebrities. Terry Allen, everybody.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Esther Davis TV. I'm Terry Allen, host of Real Men Cook, and also many of the On the Carpet shows that Esther Davis does. And I've got a special friend here with me. I'm going to bring her in. She's with me on the carpet. Isn't it great to be around somebody as beautiful as this?
Oh,
What's your
thank
name?
you. Mika Freeman Ho. I'm a guest
Mika
host.
Freeman. Isn't that wonderful? The guest host of this show. We're going to go find her some celebrities, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go bowl.
More to come.
It's Esther Davis. I was not going to do an interview today because we have so much going on, but I just had to have at least one interview. This is John Beckwith Jr., and before I have him speak, I have to tell you the old story of my knowing John Beckwith Sr., and I'm going to say hello to everybody over at Golden Gate Funeral Home. How's your dad doing?
Oh, he's doing great.
You know, I have to always ask about him.
Oh, you guys are such good friends.
Yes, we are. You have to tell him. I am going to write another story about him. But you have a television show.
That is correct. It's called Ask the Undertaker.
Ask the Undertaker. Tell me what it's about.
Well, what it's all about is just trying to help the community, trying to help with insurance, pre-need, as well as your wills. We understand how important it is that we leave instructions for our families at the time of our demise.
Now tell me, John, is it still true that we are burying people without wills and we're still leaving nothing to our families?
That is so correct. What we're doing is we're leaving debt for our family, and also we live in the hardship of them having to make decisions that we should have made before we passed away.
Well, I know your dad was a pioneer. I've got all kinds of stories about him because, as most of you know, I worked in a law firm for the first 3 years of my beginning career, and your dad was a person that would just come in and stand up and talk verbatim about what was going on. What do you think about men of that age?
I tell you, it's just really amazing. We just thank God they're still with us so we can still learn from their wisdom and the knowledge that they're still giving us today.
Tell us when the show comes on.
Every Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. on Channel 21.
Every morning, every Sunday morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, John Beckwith Jr. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Hey, it's great to be at this Cheryl Smith Don't Believe the Hype Bowl-a-thon, and it's also great to run into one of my mentors and somebody I've been following all my life. And he's also a great mover and shaker here in Dallas. He's worked with us with Real Men Cook. And I'm Terry Allen on the Esther Davis TV show, and I'd like to introduce Pastor Freddie Haynes. Pastor Freddie Haynes, thank you and welcome here. Why are you here?
Honored to be here, and I thank God for Real Men Cook. You had my co-host on last Sunday, Sybil Wilkes,
Right, Sybil.
And we didn't even do our show because of Real Men Cook. That's how much we believe in you.
She said she had a great time, so
Good.
we're going to have a stronger partnership with the church this year.
I love it. I love
I'm
it.
going to call you on it. Well, what do you think of this here Bowl-a-thon and what it does for journalists?
I mean, it's wonderful. Number one, it allows us to all get together. We really don't get together as much as we should, but then we get together for a good cause. And I think that says more than anything about the spirit of Cheryl Smith and the spirit of black journalism. And that is it's about service. It's never about just us. It's about service.
You know, I just want to let you know, your work helping me with Real Men Cook, I just got nominated by NABJ for our PR Firm of the Year for my work with Real Men Cook.
And
you hadn't opened the doors, it wouldn't have happened.
You deserve it,
Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting Don't Believe the Hype, and I thank you for supporting Esther Davis TV. And I want to introduce my co-host, Mickey, here.
Hey, Mick.
Pastor Freddie Haynes, I just have to shake your hand and tell you how great you are. I mean, your congregation. I hear about you all the time, and I'm going to make my husband go.
All right.
Okay, we're going to come to service, okay?
I hope so.
I just wanted to tell you that I think you're great.
God bless you.
And thank you so much for everything that you do. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
You did great. Pastor Haynes, as we close, could you talk to the viewers and send them a message?
Well, the message is the spirit of Real Men Cook, the spirit of Cheryl Smith's Don't Believe the Hype, and that is life is not about you. It's about what God blesses you with to be a blessing to somebody who may never be able to pay you back. I thank God for this brother right here. I thank God for Cheryl Smith. It's an awesome night. The spirit, the energy here is crazy, and I'm just glad to be here.
See, that's why you love this man. I'm Terry Allen with Esther Davis TV at Cheryl Smith's Don't Believe the Hype, and believe, you should not believe the hype. We got the real deal with Pastor Haynes. Thank you for watching.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
And that's our show. We've had a marvelous time here at Don't Believe the Hype with Cheryl Smith and all of our friends, with all of our guest hosts. I'm Esther Davis, and you know what? You know what? You really are the greatest audience in the world. We'll see you next time. Peace.